Hello everyone, this one is the Lythronax version 2. In today's video, I'm gonna show you about the weapon models that I'm using for my combat robot. Okay, for the story about Lythronax, when the first built version of Lythronax 1 is for the school project, and what I do is I build the board and I take to school, I showcase to my teachers, I get the marks for the robot. Then I got really like to do something about robot combats. I'm really interested in robot combats. So I end up tearing apart the version 1 because the version 1 is too damaged to use. And I just use the version 1 frame to build the version 2 to play. So today I'm gonna share about is the weapon models that I used before on Lythronax. This one is the models that I used on Lythronax version 1. This one is a DC models that require 3 to 6 voltage for this models. It is a really small models, like it can spin but do not have enough power and the energy for your horizontal spinner on your robot. Then this one is the models that I use when I go to the school project that I showcase at school. After the showcase event, I went back home, I just bought another bigger models. This one is really good. It got a lot of power. It spins really fast, like the RPM is really fast. You can hear some with this models, but the weakness is it cannot spin like last to 3 minutes. It will go up in like 1 minute, then it will slowing down, then it lost the power. So it's a really good models, but it do not have the ability to spin at full 3 minutes. Because when you do like combat robots, what you want to do is you can maintain the power of the weapon for 3 minutes in the fight. Then when you're fighting like other robots. So this one I test before. It's good, but just do not have enough power to spin for entire 3 minutes for me. This one. Then the next model that I use is this one. That I use for like quite some time already. It's balanced like the power and then things. It can spin for 3 minutes. Also, it's not good enough. It requires a lot of voltage. Like it's a 12 voltage models, but the voltage that I'm giving to this models only 9 voltage to spin a really weapon bar to spin up. So I did try this one before, but it really drained the battery really bad. And then broke my 2 set of battery because it used so much power to spin this thing up. Then what I do is, and one time that I test the robot, when the battery is already from yesterday, but the next day it just do not spin up. Yeah, so this is what it does. Really good. The models, but you need a lot of power to spin this thing up. Really good, a lot of energy. So this one's the models that I used before. Then after that, I do noticing some problem with these models because the old setup that I use on my robots, I just mounting the models right here, then the weapon will be sitting right here. But sometimes when it get loose, it will came off. It's quite a really dangerous thing when you're doing a combat robot. And one day that piece almost hit my face. It's so dangerous. So I've been trying to do a new design. Is I use this thing here. This is the steel things. This is the pulley for I put here. Things that pulleys are here, and this one is the things that I made out of straw. Actually, it's a mechanical things, like for the weapon to spin, and just use the rubber band to connect it, like putting it here. So as it acts as belt, and we will spin as thing. Spin the motors right here, then spin right here. Then by that time, I do success on one robot that I use this kind of type of setup. Then the things I do is I buy one of these drone motors and I try to use the drone motors. This thing is really good. It can maintain 3 minutes of spinning really fast. Also, it got a lot of powers. I can say this one is more powerful than this, but this one also can be really powerful if I use the 12 voltage on this thing. So then I use this one. The good thing is this one use 9 voltage to power this thing. This thing already requires 3.8 voltage, but actually I still run into one problem is my battery is so good that it just overload the motors and it's overheated and it melt this plastic and it jam up entire things here. In the gearbox just jammed, then the weapon stopped. So this is a really good setup, but the motors, maybe the voltage is right, but the current or anything is too high for the things to be here. So I do this before, just mounting right here, put it right here to spin. So I tried before, but I just broke some of this thing here. So the plan is, yes, drone motors. Imagine that you have 3 drone motors. One already enough power for you to spin a weapon. How about you try a triple drone motors, like this one. And this one is 3, then 3 motors in the gears and spin into the center gear here. The center gear would spin, and with the belt, it would let the weapon spin here. And I just run this time. I will try. I do found some speed controller board. I can call that the ESC. ESC is a board that you use on the brushless motors that you use to control the speed of brushless motors. I also have a DC one. The DC one is for you to control the drone motors. So this one is a drone motors. I want to control the battery, like the current and the voltage, the power into these motors. So I'll make it stable that I can still have the characteristic of spinning 3 minutes, like, and the power of the motors, but without burning up the gear or damaging the gear or overload the motors. So my plan is I just want to put a new speed controller like ESC at here. So I just tear apart all the electronics here, and I want to do some reconfiguration on this, like reconfigure the things, the layout inside the board. The battery still sit here, maybe the things sit here, then I just use the new ESC to control the weapon to spin here. So I hope this one